So, hi, Lauren. Thank you so much for joining me. It's wonderful to be with you and see how we can explore in the Akashic realms today. You and I have worked over the years, and I know the work that you do to help other people on their spiritual path. And I've always been so inspired by you. So, I'm really delighted that we get to do this session today and explore in the Akashic realms about the cosmic. Okay, so that's where I kind of feel that it might be great for us to go to today. And so, if we're going into that zone and exploring into that area, what kind of questions or things is it that you've had on your table that you're kind of thinking you could do with some help in that way?
Yeah, this is great because so many people come into my awareness and they want to know where they're from, what planets they visited, what's their soul origin, what planet is their soul origin from.
Mm,
Those things I get all the time, and those are things I've been curious about as well. Other questions regarding the cosmic is also what are they here? Because we know that there's all these different cosmic races here to support Earth. And what
yes.
are they here right now helping us to do?
So, what I'm doing is on your sheet where we've started the record is to kind of place an intention because on the white paper, this is putting a message directly into the Akashic frequencies that then they will starting to take time to put that message in. I'm also, if I can, going to ask the questions within the oracle of soul origin. It's all about the clarity.
Hmm.
And I think you're correct. People don't kind of want to get lost in this is where I belong to, but people I think are really looking for their tribe
Hmm.
and looking for their connections. And
Certainly.
for me, when I look up and see the cosmic stars beaming down, it's like, I'm not alone. I
Hmm.
haven't been left behind. And so helping with, and this is interesting, the angel card comes up. So where you would sit is, I don't believe that there's necessarily a place called Angel World, but I think that the angels, this is interesting, are kind of helping us to see where people are having maybe their wars and battles at the moment. Maybe we've had those galactic battles that we've had for eons going on. And so if we can bring some clarity today of where you sit in that realm, then that could possibly help in your work, help people that are watching and listening to this, and help us where we're going to. So
Fantastic.
if you're comfortable with that, I
Yeah.
think we'll go in and see. And what I'm going to do is actually, rather than going in through the garden, I think we'll go in through the cosmic card.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit like a remote viewing
Hmm.
where you start in this location
Hmm.
and you kind of start to reside around here.
Hmm.
And then we're going to see where an energetic force can interface with you, that then you're able to remote view and transport or astral travel into those other arenas. And it's interesting, they would give me the word of arena for you. Have you ever had a dream where you felt that you were like an auditorium or you're kind of looking out around a big council or something?
I've had a lot of memories being in an auditorium, sitting and watching, um,
Okay.
like as a priestess and watching what was happening.
Ah, okay. So what we can do is we can take that memory and apply it into the cosmic zone to
Mhm.
kind of perhaps see where you connect in and where that memory does on a galactic level. Because what's coming to me is that these are places that you go to in your astral sleep to either report or talk about or learn. And so maybe exploring that arena,
Mhm.
and I can lead you through that, that is then something of consciousness that you can go back into yourself.
Perfect.
Okay. So taking this card, and very gently focusing on it, taking in the planet that's there, taking on the lights coming through, and then, if you will, taking yourself to that ledge, the ledge where the starlight is. And when you're ready and you can imagine that card back into your mind's eye, that's it, just gently closing your eyes, that's it, and bringing that recall for me, recalling that for me. And as you do, having a sense that you're gently sat on that ledge and you're meditating. I'm placing you into that transitional space now. You're breathing gently. You're just relaxing. And you're seeing that cosmic realm that's very vivid, very light, but at the same time, very, very safe. Keeping your eyes closed, breathing very gently. As you're sat on that ledge, what is it your sensory is doing? How is your heart feeling, your throat? How does your body feel?
It feels like I'm connecting with these stars, like my body is actually kind of merging into that as well.
And is that little like a force field of you and a force field of them? It's kind of merging.
Mm-hmm.
And how different does that feel to kind of everyday walking around on Earth?
The difference is that it feels like I don't have a body. Like it's just my body's merging in this space of infinite. And as I walk the earth, I have a physical body. That's very different.
And so therefore it feels more like your light body.
Yes.
Thank you. You're doing really well. What I'd like you to do now is see as almost like a bubble, like a large, like a bubble that we create when we're, using that kind of the bubbles with the iridescent and it's creating patterns. It's very soft and gentle, but it's almost like a bubble coming down that you can move into. And you're almost in free flow. And how comfortable does that feel?
Feels very good.
It's very light, transparent, and you feel like you can breathe, and if you feel like you can rise,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. What I want you to do now is set the intention for you to now gently, gently travel into a location where you're able to observe through the Akashic Records. You're able to learn, able to understand, and perhaps even share wisdom. Calling on your galactic guides and just asking them to take you through the universe to wherever it is that you need to go. Maybe a star, a planet, a constellation, maybe even a moon, maybe somewhere you've heard of before, maybe somewhere it hasn't got a name yet. And where do you find that they take you to?
Orion?
Thank you. And are you looking at the Orion constellation, or have they took you to a particular place?
Looking at the constellation.
Thank you. So paying attention into the constellation, there's that body of the 3 stars, and then there's the stars leading out to the left and the stars leading out to the right. And don't forget, as it goes into the right, we also have that nebula, a little bit like a black hole area.
Mm.
And they want you to land somewhere, go somewhere?
To the left.
To the left?
Mm-hmm.
And is it a star or a planet that they take you to?
Looks like I'm moving into star, a bright light.
Thank you.
So
Is this in the center of the constellation?
it's on the left-hand side.
Yes.
Hmm.
Allow yourself to use your imagination and your conscious mind to begin to feed the Akashic message so that it's something that your left brain can understand. Give yourself permission. And what happens to you in the bubble now? Do you land in a location now, or do you kind of free flow and observe?
I'm still kind of free flowing and observing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just feeling really good.
Yes.
There's just a lot of, it's like I'm kind of just watching and observing all of this light.
Yes. How does that feel in your heart to be there?
It just feels really warm and like it's familiar and
Mm-hmm.
easy, and there's a lot of different colors. There's like kind of a warm, like rose kind of deep
Mm-hmm.
color that I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But it just feels like, for whatever reason, there's like a feminine feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like yeah, just really a warm place for me to be.
And thinking about your Akashic record, what is this place connected to your star origin story? Is it a place that you visited, you've been, you've come from, you've worked?
This is a place that I visit a lot to move and balance. For this is a place for me where I can come to and balance. So if things feel out of balance on
Mhm.
this planet, on Earth, it's as if I come here to go and recalibrate and
Yes,
move energy.
thank you. And when you say balance, is that kind of like a masculine feminine thing, or a pendulum swing of very active to very sedate? Where is it you're rebalancing, or which chakra or which chakras are you key balancing in this location?
This is a place to balance the sacral energy,
Thank you.
and it feels a bit as if it does have to do with the masculine and feminine, because there's a lot of space for learning on this in this area that I'm in.
Thank you. What I'd like you to do now is, with the help of your guides, create a learning educational space that is somewhere that you can return to, that's a little bit more tangible, a little bit more can see it on a physical. And where do you take yourself?
It's kind of like a classroom, like a library setting.
Thank you. I'm entering this all onto your Akashic sheet. And remember, they will show it to you in a way that's comfortable, that you can work with. Is there anybody else there, or are you in this location alone?
No, there's a lot of people. I've been here before and have had memories
Mm-hmm.
before where there's a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an old library space,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all kind of going through these different books to decide and to look at and to overview. And then there's equally as many guides uh,
Yes.
here as well, and they're kind of walking around helping us out. So it's an active place.
Perhaps is this the Orion libraries?
Yes.
And is that in a way that when we would have certain libraries on Earth, like the Alexandrian libraries and the famous libraries, like these collective agents, is this the universal library that Orion collates?
Yes, it's that there are particular beings here
Yes,
that are meant to help and support the visitors that come back and remember, and
yes.
they can come through and support with more connection.
Ah. And so these wisdom keepers, are they part of the Orion constellation, or is it that they come from all other different locations?
They come from different locations. Imagine it's like a guest speaker that they come and visit, and then there are also some that are here that stay.
Yes.
But it's a place of great activity for Earth, for planet Earth, and many humans can benefit, and beings can benefit from coming to this place and reconvening and mm, having more awareness in the discussions together and the
Mm.
collaborations together.
And do these collaborations look at the different pendulum swings of, this is in the light and this is in the dark, or is it all kind of a mainstream?
Yes, there's a spectrum, and it is important, and that spectrum um, that that as the creation process goes here, that the spectrum is experienced, and that there are all kinds of ways to balance those energies of the dark and the light.
Ah. And is this a part of the universe that is unique in that way, or is this replicated throughout the universe?
It is something that is unique for this space because it's not so it's not so mono characterized. It's
Yes.
this is a place where you can create with the whole palette and all the colors, and it's easy to access many types of experiences through the collaborations and the creations, because there are so many different beings that want to come to this space and mm, support in that balancing.
I'm sensing that there's almost like a collective mission that happens sometimes in this room.
Yes, there are conversations that are had. You can imagine like a very hot and exciting and um, interesting type of conversation that you might have in school, in a college setting where people are talking and discussing and all voices are heard, and that there's wanting to come together,
Mhm.
wanting to mm, create something beautiful.
Almost like a debate place as well. Is it a safe space to debate?
Yes, the debates here are fantastic.
What they're showing me now, as I observe in the record, is that all of a sudden it's like a large screen appears and like all the students turn to look. And it's a little bit like the Earth mission of helping in 2025. It's kind of like on the screen, or maybe there's an imagery or a word or an energetic. What is the message that they're bringing through with that, please?
Mm. There is a great emphasis on the water,
Thank you.
a great emphasis on communing, connecting, and remembering what this planet consists of in a very physical way,
Thank you.
and remembering that everything that this planet has come with and is on this planet is here to support humanity.
Thank you. Now anchor that onto your Akashic sheet. And thinking of humanity, what I want you to do is imagine that you're kind of sitting down. I know that there's busyness and people, but it's almost like when you get a chance to sit down, you can anchor this and really feel into how that registers within your system and your soul. And perhaps maybe a mission, an idea, something comes to you how you can help people. Just let me know when you're first in that sitting anchored position, please.
Okay, I found a bench to sit in.
Thank you. And you're observing the noise going on,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of laughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is not a challenging place, and I know Orion can sometimes be a challenge. It's almost like they're giving you now a private journal. And I want you now, my dear, just to very gently, without saying it out loud, keeping it telepathic, because this is purely for you, bringing in keywords and anchoring it into that record book. Knowing what you know now, knowing the place that you've come to, the privilege that's been extended to you, I'd like if you could take that moment to anchor that into that journal and keeping that within a telepathic space. Let me know when you've completed that, please, and we'll move along.
It's complete.
Thank you. Now, there's one more thing to do here. There's a door that they're showing me at the back, and that door leads to this large auditorium. This is where you are as the library classroom. And it's almost like there's a galactic or cosmic debate going on.
Mm.
Orion is part of that, but there's other places that are remotely checking in. Are you allowed and able to go through that door, please?
Yeah.
Gently opening the door. And as you move through and step into that vast and open space, you might find yourself with holograms or locations. Where do you find yourself, please?
Like, where do I find myself sitting?
Sitting, standing, where do they let you go to
Let me see.
in this arena?
So I'm watching with classmates.
Thank you.
Very interesting. All my classmates are women.
Interesting. And what's the collective between you all, the common ground between you all, please?
There is this like aspect of that we're all wearing white.
Thank you.
So it almost looks like we're like, because the council has all different shapes of faces and heads and bodies, and then the people in the audience and with a large group of women, and we all have on white.
Thank you. What is the significance of the white clothes, please?
It's a feeling as if we all have been together in different waves, and in those waves we came to bring this energy of the feminine, and it's this familiarity with this group that feels like a few hundred women.
Mm-hmm. And has this played out through some of your past lives on Earth as well?
Yes.
Thank you. And what is the message or the lesson that's being played out today that everyone's listening to or they're observing?
Mhm. Well, the council, there's a lot of noise and yelling and um, going back and forth. And it's like we, as this collective group of women, are mm, holding, learning how to hold the energy of tension, learning how to hold the energy of mm, disagreement, discord, and how to stay clear and how to stay grounded and how to stay connected while this argument is happening in front of us. And we're learning how to, it's like they're doing it on purpose to give us a training.
And what is your takeaway you're learning from that then?
It is very strong what women can hold when we are holding it together.
Yes.
And it is very powerful because what starts to happen is these voices get quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a great calm that is happening now among the council. And even
Mm-hmm.
they are surprised. For this was a simulation. And yet the simulation is so felt with this strength of this energy that
Mm-hmm.
there is a deep peace that no one really was expecting until it happened. And so there's a softening and a calm now.
So we're very clear, we're on that higher frequency.
Yes.
And as everyone taps into that higher frequency, what does that feel like, please?
There is a it's a unified as if when you hear in a room of loud people or music, as if that one sound comes through and brings everybody together. And
Thank
yet that sound is just nothing.
you. Beautiful. And is this place relatively new to you, or does it feel very familiar?
It is very familiar.
So you've astral traveled here?
Yes.
And do you have a particular role within your classmates?
Let me see. Yes. I gather people and
Thank you.
bring them together. And there is a role that I play to ensure that there is a all voices are heard,
Mm-hmm.
and that when we do refer back to the council, that the that it is what we are bringing forward is a collective, shared collective response.
Thank you. I want you just to take a moment, taking in that space and place. And if you can, doing whatever work, conversation, just for a few moments, telepathic, resetting, recalibrating, understanding in that sacred space. And when you're ready and complete, let me know, we'll move along.
Okay, I'm ready.
Thank you. So very gently now, starting to come back out through that doorway. I know sometimes it's hard to leave. Coming out, closing that door, coming back into the library. Is there any other work that you wish to do in the library in this moment?
Mm. There's one book,
Yes.
and it's green. It has a
Yes.
green lining, a green spine. And I just am looking at it, it's sticking out. So,
Are you allowed to take that book out of the library, a little like borrowing a book?
yeah, there's a it's yes.
And as you put your hands onto the book, what is the frequency of the book, please?
It's very old, and it's
Mm-hmm.
a book of healing,
Mm-hmm.
and it is important to come back to this book
Mm-hmm.
to receive the frequencies of healing and to remember. And now it's done.
Thank you. So now that that information is downloaded into your Akashic field, you can place the book back, but that frequency, knowledge, and wisdom is within you. And in the days that come, the weeks, the months, you'll see, hear, and feel more of that wisdom that's coming online. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now, very gently, lifting yourself out of that frequency, back into that bubble, please. Letting the bubble rise out. And I want you just to take in that entire Orion landscape, how vast, magnificent it is. The different locations and different spaces and places that perhaps in time you can visit. And then very, very gently coming back into the earth hemisphere, the earth frequency, back onto that cosmic ledge, back into that beautiful, blissful meditation pose. The bubble now lifts, goes back into the Akashic field, and very gently you slowly bring yourself back into your body, back into that physical form, feeling tangible fingers and toes. And on 3, 2, and 1, when you're ready, eyes open.
Wow.
How are
That
you
was
feeling?
incredible. It's so good. Yeah, that was really gorgeous because towards the end, what I saw, because I usually see when I'm doing energy work, how much
Yes.
can clear. And when I was leaving, I just saw how much cleared and how much just from being there got
Mm-hmm.
the lift. And it felt so. I went to an all girls school. Um,
Oh,
so it was really like that kind of strong feeling of that. But
yes.
but it was so fun, and it was like
Mhm.
there was a lot of heat. I think it was like almost like the LA of, but with ideas. Do you know what I mean? But with like there was like anything goes, and it was like let's just see. Like everyone was so um wanting to kind of share ideas and artistry. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. And what's interesting is as your record came out, see how it's kind of like everything revolves around helping to in 2025. And it was classmates in white in waves with the water connecting the planet through this Council of the Orion classroom library. So I know it's not so easy to see, but it's kind of like this shower of light, a little bit like this,
Yeah, I
down
can.
to earth.
Yeah, and it almost to me the way that it formed looks like kind of like it could be waves.
Yes,
Yeah.
this waves. So this is like that. How do we do this? And normally, we want the roadmap. But for you, it's going to be these waves of experience of them coming in and then going out. And
Mm.
then what's interesting is in the bottom of the record, it's this arena of connecting, gathering, support, balance, light, and especially this green book. So there's something significant. At first, I thought it might have been the emerald tablet.
Oh,
Then I was kind of getting a little bit like that green Raphael,
that's what I
Hilarion, that
yeah.
kind of energy I was picking up.
Yes, it was almost like Merlin-y almost as well.
Yes,
Like it
yes.
was gold and felt kind of mystical, but it was like for now just touch it and that's
Hmm. And it's interesting because some of my older books that I have, like some of the really old ones, like from like the 1930s, I think there's an Annie Besant one who was like before the Alice Baileys kind of teachers. I
Mhm.
call them like my Blavatsky books. They're often in that green.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I think the Saint Germain I Am books, they were done in this green.
I just got back from Shasta.
Oh, of course.
And it's like a green and almost gray. Like
Yeah.
it you that kind of spine and like
Yeah.
those old leathery pages.
Yes. Yep, I'm looking at my library here and it kind of reminds me of that. So again, what you're doing now is you found this location.
Mhm.
You've got this new section, which is, it's kind of collected to work through.
Mhm.
And what I loved for you was that they kind of give you your journal so it's private,
Mhm.
so that it's not like, oh, I have to, do this big, fly the banner through the heavens. And
Mhm.
there's something so subtle and gentle and feminine about that
It was.
that
Yeah.
I saw for you. And I just thought that is so lovely. Because sometimes we're always told we have to, put the message out to the world. But what you're saying is it's going on a frequency level.
Yeah. Yep. It
I,
just felt like really how you feel when you write in your journal and you're like, this is just for me.
this is just for me. Yeah, I saw you kind of like sat and it was like on the bench. And then I kind of saw like a stained glass window even behind you.
It's a very old, yes, I'm getting chills. You were so there because it's such an old, beautiful think like,
Mhm.
what's that library in Ireland? It's like that really old
Mhm.
kind of library feeling.
And another thing, another one you might want to look at for past lives, because I know you work within that realm, is those kind of Rome Colosseum, the
Yeah.
Vestal Virgins.
What is it called?
The Vestal Virgins.
Still virgins. Okay.
Um, or the priestesses in service of Vesta.
Okay.
Because for them, they held a certain rank. And I just worked with some people recently with that. Um, and so, in the way that we've done the Egyptian priestesses, they had their own role while they're in the Colosseum and it's going crazy, and
Hmm.
everybody's shouting and all these things are going on. There's this element of a balcony with stillness and women in white.
Hmm.
And I often find that in ancient, like past lives, we've seen these things represented. So, perhaps that's something that'll come through a little bit more in the work and the retreats and the groups that you work with.
I love that. Thank you. This was really helpful. And
Oh,
it just felt in my body like just for anyone who's watching this, just so you understand how it feels, like my body feels so light right now. I feel like I just went to like on a great vacation. I came back, I rested, and I feel awesome. So
well,
it's
we can all do a little bit with that.
yeah.
So Lauren, thank you so much for being with me for Akashic Answers. Normally I'm writing about this, but now that we're able to see it in a visual form and we're kind of lifting the veil, and thank you so much for putting yourself into that zone and opening your heart and your records so that, we can share this wisdom and this information. Um, Amazing work, and I so look forward to working with you again. I know the work that you do in the world is incredible, and the way that we get to work is always so much. I'm just in awe and amazed at what we get to do. So
It's
thank you
been,
so, so much, and thank you for joining me. Absolute honor, my pleasure.
thank you, thank you. Love you, love you.